Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching iAllegedly. And I want to show you guys why Los Angeles is a complete dump. I am on Forest Lawn Drive. I am directly across the street from Warner Brothers, the studio. Yes, the studio. Before I get into it, please take a second. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. And wow, I want to show you guys what insanity looks like. There are over 15,000 vans and motorhomes parked in LA County that are inoperable right now. And they rent these out, and this street is completely lined with them. Now, what I want to show you guys is that a lot of these don't move. They're parked here permanently. And here's the thing, there's an ordinance here in Los Angeles that if you, look at this on both sides of the street, guys. If you have a vehicle that's considered a residence, they cannot tow it, cannot move it, cannot change its location. If you don't pay your rent or your mortgage payment, they will evict you. They will foreclose on you. Happens all the time. But this is insanity. So again, the homeless problem is just that. It's a huge problem here in Los Angeles. They anticipate there's over 50,000 people homeless. The 15,000 motorhomes and vans and everything like that are not counted in the regular homeless count. This is insane right now. Absolutely insane that we have this. So both sides of the street, of this one street, and I'll show you more, but this is absolute Looneyville. And this is why Los Angeles is completely a dump. Okay? Share your thoughts on that. Now, I'm going to expand on this a little bit. Sorry that the first part was scratchy, but I drove up and down the street because I wanted to show you guys the hundreds of vans that are out there. And what people do is people buy old and dilapidated RVs and trailers and set them out. They go to the homeless people that get basically, they get assistance, so they get some money every month, and they shake these people down for rent and charge them $500 to $1,000 a month. And basically that's what they get. They don't get running water. They don't get sanitation services. They don't get a bathroom. This thing is a, hotbed for hepatitis A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I mean, it's everything comes out of this, and it's awful. And, when you look at this and you see how bad this is just one street in Los Angeles, guys. That's how bad this is. And, there's an ordinance. Once again, if you have something that is considered someone's residence, a car or RV, it cannot be towed or moved. That is insanity, guys. That is insanity. Now, with the thousands of abandoned RVs that people are living in, in squalor, the city council last month finally had to do something where they said, hey, we have to have a new ordinance. So they have to change the ordinance. But again, too little, too late. It's happening. More and more, you're seeing more and more streets like this. And again, this is right outside Warner Brothers Studios, guys. This is not a bad neighborhood. It's right down the street from Forest Lawn Cemetery, Mount Sinai. I mean, it's terrible. It's absolutely an awful situation. But, you're going to see a lot more of this. So, we'll get back to the regular news, but I wanted you guys to see that this is why Los Angeles is a dump. They've had over a $1 billion homeless program. They have a new mayor who's done nothing, and they're not fighting this. And we can't fight this. this, guys. We've just got to keep it the way it is. So, share your thoughts on all this stuff, guys, because there's a lot more to cover about this, but I'll get to the regular news right now for you. Let's talk about our sponsor, Belly Trim. Think about these staggering numbers. They say that over 75 million people are considered overweight right now in the United States. That is staggering. But what gets worse is that 40% of these people now are considered obese. What gets worse than that is that over the course of the last year, that statistic went up 11%. It didn't go the other way. You can do something about that. The good people at BioTrust have an all-natural product that you can take that will not speed you up. It is loaded with something that will help beat belly fat. It's called conjugated linoleic acid, and it is amazing. Okay? Take Belly Trim, check it out. Check out their website, trimwithdan.com, that they set up for this. So many people have gone to this, so many people have purchased it. But here's the worst thing about this. When you think about all these statistics, you would think that as people are out and about and going about their lives, that we would have less obesity right now, and it's getting worse. Do something about it today. Take a look at trimwithdan.com and get yourself some Belly Trim. It's fantastic. I hope that you guys liked, the van coverage, because when you see this, up close, it's amazing. They don't like you filming, they don't like anything exposed, but this is only expanding and getting worse everywhere, okay? So it's gonna come to a city near you, and you can just blame, oh, it's a California thing. No, it's getting worse out there. And when you look at the economy as a whole, you have to look at the signs as far as how things are getting worse right now. Do yourself a favor, get yourself a side hustle, start making as much money as you can on the side, pay your bills off, but listen to this. Right now, credit card delinquencies are at the worst level since the Great Recession, and higher than they were then. Now, you've got people right now at a 4% rate that are defaulting, getting charge-offs on their credit cards, and it's only going up. Goldman Sachs, the investment bank, says, hey, listen, this is a disturbing trend because normally I don't. It's going much worse. So, as I film by the boats, do you have a key to the restroom? I don't. Do you guys have one? Because I don't. So, this is a really disturbing fact, and the problem is that people don't want to look at this. Now, you're starting to see the real estate take its turn, and with what the Fed did, this week, this is only going to get worse because people are living on their credit cards. The homeless people that are getting worse out there and growing in population, they keep having programs that do nothing to fix this. So get yourself ready. Do yourself a favor and get yourself out of personal debt. Do it any way you can. Okay? Do it any way you can, because you're going to start to see these credit card companies and banks start to close the credit lines again. It's a trend that's been going on for 2 years. They have spurts where they give people more credit and then it stops. We're at that point right now that you're going to start to see them rein it in quickly right now. 93% of all banks right now are researching, which I love this word, digital currencies. No, they're going to do it, guys. They're going to have a digital currency. Now, the problem with it is that, whenever you do a hobby, whenever you do anything extracurricular at all, whether it's boozing or going out and working out, whether it's anything, you have people on the other side of the fence on everything. Getting yourself in shape? Why do you work out so much? Why do you eat protein like that? What are those shakes for? To the irresponsible side. The problem with it is, I'm telling you, they're going to be able to control what you do in a big, big way. The MGM Grand is finally back open as of this morning. And they anticipate publicly, this is an absolute lie, because I've heard it's much bigger from people that work at the casinos and things like that. They're saying that they lost $80 million. It's ridiculous. I heard it was 140 is what I've heard. So share any articles, share anything that you want with that, but it destroyed it. It also, they just turned things back on. In other words, they got the lights back on. You got your slot machines back on. I'd want to go there, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you? What about the data? What about people's data? What about, my data? Do they have that? That's what people need to look at. Nobody wants to deal with that side of it. So much is happening. A lot more to cover. Out walking amongst the boats this morning. But let me know what you think about this so far. Now remember, no matter what story you're told, everything is fantastic. There is nothing to be concerned about. The economy is doing good and everything's fantastic. The largest B2B airline that does commercial shipping just filed for bankruptcy. iAero, okay? 860 employees are in jeopardy of losing their jobs, but they're saying, hey, we may get out of this because we're trying to restructure our debt. So crazy, okay? Crazy, crazy, crazy. But everything's good, okay? No one's shipping anything, guys, commercially. And again, they were the largest B2B airline that we've never heard of because we don't ship things. Cooperation de Fomenta, is a Latin American bank who's in need of money. So they're going to go to Saudi Arabia and get funding right now. Once again, this is the beginning of the end. This is where business takes a big turn down, and you have to prepare yourself for this. So banks borrowing money, we've heard all these stories about our banks having money problems, credit card problems. This is just getting worse, but you've got a Latin American bank that none of us have ever heard of that is looking to get capital right now. And they're not going to go to a traditional source. They're going to go to Saudi Arabia and be held up for that. So one thing I get a kick out of is the numbers from restaurants, the Darden Group. Somebody sent me this story because we talked about the higher end restaurants that people are not eating at, Capitol Grill, Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. But wait a second, Olive Garden and Cracker Barrel are owned by the same company, the Darden Group. I didn't know that until the story was sent to me, so thank you for sending me this one over. But the thing about this is that seniors are done eating. They're not going to Cracker Barrel like they did 2 and 3 years ago. Why is that? Well, the food sucks, Dan. The breadsticks are no good. Unlimited, everything. Claire just doesn't like that like she used to. She's trying to trim down. No, people don't have any money, guys. The seniors don't have money, and they're not going to Cracker Barrel. They're not going to Olive Garden, okay? It's crazy. So, as I walk through here, they're setting up a little carnival out here by the beach. Kind of fun. But this is the sign of the times, guys. So you're seeing more and more of this where people are curbing spending. You can do the same thing. You can do the same thing. So get ready, guys. Get ready. I always love these little boats right here. I rented one of these ones. They fly. They just go through waves. They just go really, really quick and seem really, really dangerous. So it was fun, So share your thoughts on this stuff so far. The holiday hiring has begun, and we're starting to see, companies like Amazon and Target announce their jobs. Now, we got numbers last week about how there's only going to be about 400,000 permanent jobs added this holiday season. It's going to be the lowest. But what's crazy is Amazon announces 250,000 job hires and part-time between now and the end of the year, and Target's just announced 100,000. What's great is you can literally look up, like here in Orange County, Southern California, 16,000 jobs are getting added. You can look up Austin, you can look up Dallas, you can look up all these different locations, and you can see who's hiring what, where, and all that stuff. Again, as a second gig, these are great jobs, and for some crazy reason this year, they're paying people a ton of money right now. You know, my son is a college student, you know, takes his schedule in with them when he does interviews. Hey, here's when I'm going to school. Can work anytime other than that. And I like to work. So, oh, that's good. Do the same thing, or tell your niece, your nephew, your friend, your neighbor, your lazy son, tell them the same thing, okay? I hate pretentious HR people, and there's a lot of them out there, and the TikTok people have just sent me all these great videos. But you know, what you're seeing now is people are not giving feedback in performance reviews anymore. What we're doing is we're giving you feed forward. We're going to move feed forward. You're going to see us tell you what to do moving forward. Okay, I thought that was called constructive criticism, but here's what I would do, Dan. Okay, again, what is it with sugarcoating? You know, you're fat. Lose some weight. Show up on time, Dan. Come on, get here. Okay? Quit drinking alcohol before you come into the office. Oh, okay, I'll do that. You know what I mean? But no, we need to feed forward. Again, to sugarcoat, you pansy. You know, I'm telling you, I had a father that never struck me, never did anything like that, but was just no nonsense, okay? And it was good. It was great. It really served its purpose, and people need that. They'd probably cry if they heard from my dad right now. Oh, you know what he said? Said I was I was the weakest member of the team. Yeah, but he would do it better, okay? The problem is these people today, you want to sugarcoat everything. You want everything to be, you know, daisies and lilacs and puppy dogs and all this stuff, and not have anything harsh. This is crazy right now. I want to show you guys something too. A big problem with you know, street vendors and these people out there selling stuff is the Brooklyn Bridge has got a problem right now where they have these illegal street vendors that are out on the Brooklyn Bridge selling everything from snakes to live animals to food, everything. And I was reading this and I'm like, this is crazy. Well, one thing that we have here in Orange County that is crazy is that they have set up these food vendors that they can't shut down. Now, they're supposed to meet certain requirements before they can go out and sell you food, because, you know, you could get sick and people die from eating poisonous food. Happens all the time. Now, in Orange County, one thing that's happening is you're getting these pop-up street vendors that are selling tacos, and they get a line of people there. And it's crazy, but there's no sanitation, there's no running water, there is no refrigeration. They just basically go out there and cook, and people line up for this. I'm not talking a taco truck that has those things, that has had to meet health requirement you know, restrictions. And if you walk up to a food truck, you can say, hey, where's your health department stuff? Oh, go look, it's right here. Or they will give you the printed board that they have all that stuff on and all the requirements that they've met. These places, check this out. Now, I, for one, am all for the entrepreneurial spirit, but look at this, guys. These people set up on a street corner, okay? They're serving food right there, okay? Here you've got a shopping center with businesses that have to get the health department approval, get everything from the state so that they can legally sell. And these guys just set up on a street corner, and this is what was shut down, you know, in Fullerton. So these people are out here all the time. Every weekend they're out here, and they're popping up more and more and more with these pop-up businesses. Again, I'm all for people making money, but you know, there's no refrigeration, there's no hot water out here. I mean, this is ridiculous. So, you know, share your thoughts on this one. But do you think this is right, or do you think it's wrong? What do you think about this? Look at this. Now, I love a good taco. In fact, talking about tacos makes me want to go get tacos, but I'm going to go to a restaurant. Look at this. Outside, with the street traffic, with the exhaust blowing on the meat. Is this insane or what, guys? How dangerous is this? Who would eat this? Do you guys have this where you live? Hope you guys enjoyed that one. Couple things to end this video. First one is Carlos Cepeda. He had a no cash bail, and he's a drug dealer, allegedly. Okay, he had was arrested and caught with $1.6 million worth of the worst drug in the world, and they wrote him a parking ticket and told him to appear. And guess what? Come on, guess what happened? Carlos didn't show up for his court date because there was no bail, and because Carlos didn't care. So, needless to say, where's Carlos right now? Okay, I don't think it's working. $1.6 million, and you get a parking ticket. Okay. Final story, and this is funny. The New York Post did a little bit of research where they sent out a reporter dressed like John Fetterman and said, hey, can I go into the ritziest, swankiest restaurants? His exact outfit, which were the board shorts and the hoodie, and he went to a place called Daniel, which is a really, it's not Olive Garden nice. It's like super nice. $285 for the tasting menu per person, and La Bar d'Arin, okay, is another one, $450 per person. They turned him away. No athletic wear. The maitre d's, they were not impressed. Well, this is what the senators can wear now, all right? Don't you let us know? Pass. There's decorum here. We have a dress code here. Oh, they don't have a dress code in the United States Senate anymore. Please don't forget to hit the like button. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Share your feedback, guys, if you guys think this homeless thing is going anywhere, because I think it's only going to get worse. These street vendors, I think it's insane right now, because every business has to meet all these requirements to run their company, and these people just can set up shop. So let's go do it. Sorry for the planes. Onward and upward, guys. I will see you guys very soon. Hope you enjoyed this quick one.